I was super excited to see this behind-the-scenes video for KEMURI drop last week, which features some brief looks at gameplay, beautiful concept art, and some rather exciting words from the amazing team behind the game. In case you missed it, KEMURI was announced last year with this absolutely jaw-dropping teaser trailer. In the game, you'll play as a yokai hunter traversing a sprawling city, and it's all super stylish and fluid. It is a co-op game, and honestly I've never really been into those, until now. You will be able to play by yourself, with strangers, or with friends, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together. But for now, let me catch you up to speed on the debut project from Unseen. The studio was founded by the legendary Ikumi Nakamura and blends elements of the supernatural and fantasy with a modern, colorful city. Yokai are creatures from Japanese folklore, and they live in this sort of hidden world that can be revealed by using your fox window power. But this will draw a lot of attention from nearby yokai, so it's best to use this skill strategically. Not all of these spirits are bad though. Some may help you bridge the gap between these two worlds and learn more about why they're colliding all of a sudden. Now, I mentioned style earlier because how your character looks is actually a very important part of KEMURI. Yokai hunters do look very cool, and that's because collecting powers from these creatures and learning their skills will change your appearance in the game. We see a little look at some of these powers, and the animation director goes on to say how rhythm has influenced all of the movement in the game, flowing from one move to the next, never keeping still for too long, and fighting a battle like it's an intricate dance between you and your adversary. KEMURI is the Japanese word for smoke, and Unseen wants to treat it like its own character. Where there's smoke, there are yokai, and it reacts to the players, is never still, always forming new shapes, wild and unpredictable. And this city, which blends together cultures from all around the world, is chaotic and vertically focused to let us make the best use of our parkour skills, grappling hooks, and even flying. Apparently, we're going to be surprised by just how vertical this place actually is, and that, coupled with the studio's emphasis on flow and movement, I don't know what to expect, but I cannot wait for it. I mentioned that this is Unseen's first game, and even though the studio is based in Japan and their game does have a lot of Japanese and anime influence, the people working on KEMURI are from all around the world. A true cross-cultural team, which is something that's embraced and celebrated. There's a whole blog series on their website called See the Unseen, where each employee gets their own spotlight to talk about their life, work, and inspirations. Everyone has their own stylized portrait, and I just love the art direction of their entire website and especially their merch. And what I appreciate the most about Unseen is that even though they're kind of marketing themselves as this mysterious studio who mostly keeps their heads down and works quietly in the background, they are actually doing a lot to build and engage with a positive community. They have an Ask Ikumi series on YouTube where she answers questions about game development, inspirations, and other fun stuff. There's a Discord server you can join, and on top of all of that, it is amazing to see a larger studio like this that's led by a woman. That's way too rare these days. I've made a couple other videos about the game and the studio already if you want to learn more, but every time I see them pop up on my feed, I get excited because I think this game is going to be quite unlike anything we've seen before. I know that's pretty cliche to say, but screw it. Wild boss battles in the streets where we can unleash our craziest powers, running, leaping, and flying around this place alone or with friends, all created by a group that cares about both themselves and the players. You can sign me up.